Hey, what's up soldiers? My name is Greg FPS, the Zombies Extraordinaire, and welcome back to another video here today on the channel. Today guys, we're going to be counting down and ranking all of the Black Ops 4 cutscenes from worst to best. Now before we get into the video, I want to let you guys know that every single day I'm going to be streaming over on Twitch. I have been for the past few days. I streamed multiplayer with viewers. I did the Easter egg speedrun runs for Blood of the Dead and even Voyage, and I've been having a ton of fun doing it. And starting today, at the end of each video, I'm going to give a shout out to all my subscribers over on Twitch. That's going to be at the end of the video. So if that's something you guys are interested in, make sure to click the link in the description and follow me over on Twitch. We're getting closer and closer to 5,000 followers, and I would really appreciate it if you guys did follow and come and check out some of the streams. So anyways guys, without further ado, let's get right into the list. If this is something you do enjoy, please do me a favor and drop a like and subscribe if you're new. And if you guys have any top 10s or ranking videos that you want to see from Black Ops 4, definitely let me know down below in the comment section. Without further ado, let's get right into it. Coming in at the number 8 spot as the worst cutscene so far in Black Ops 4 Zombies has to be the Easter egg ending cutscene for Voyage of Despair. Now, this cutscene is super lackluster. We basically get no dialogue at all whatsoever until the characters are on a boat escaping. Now, throughout this, there's characters that were zombies that were transformed back into humans. There were civilians on the ship, which was kind of cool. And Jason Blundell said that it would be like no one ever knew that this actually could have happened. So Scarlet reiterates that and says no one will ever know, basically saying that no one will know that this ever happened. Now, another really interesting thing from this cutscene that we can pull is Shaw talks about the little gateway that he sees, and he knows that it's from Delphi, Greece, which is actually where 9 takes place, because Voyage of Despair takes place before 9. We also get to see Bruno with that really creepy light on his forehead, which no one really knows what to expect from Bruno yet. But if 9 takes place after Voyage, how come we never see Bruno do anything against the crew when he's working with them? It just seems really suspicious. So Voyage of Despair, the Easter egg ending cutscene, comes in at the number 8 spot. When it comes to cutscenes in Black Ops 4, Treyarch really raised the bar from Black Ops 3. I think all of the cutscenes are really good, but coming in at the number 7 spot is going to be the Voyage of Despair intro. Now this one was really cool because obviously it's the first we saw of the Titanic being one of the maps, which is really interesting, and it shows kind of a lot. It shows why the crew was going on the Titanic to get an artifact, and everything turned horribly wrong. We have one of the evil guys wearing one of the robes who ends up getting the artifact, and that's Sentinel artifact, and then activating the zombies throughout the entire ship. Now, one interesting thing that I think a lot of people missed out on is the actual guy who was the captain of the Titanic, Edward Smith. He has a white beard, and when the black smoke goes throughout the ship, there is a guy with a white beard right next to the steering wheel in the captain quarters, which I thought was really cool. But that's just a side note. Now overall, I really do like the intro. I think it's really cool. It makes the characters look like complete badasses, which is awesome. And to me, this is definitely an amazing intro, but it just doesn't stack up to some of the others that we have in Black Ops 4. So the intro for Voyage of Despair comes in at the number 7 spot. Coming in at the number 6 spot is going to be the Easter egg ending for 9. Now, this one definitely adds a lot of character, in my opinion, to the Chaos crew, and it's definitely really epic at the end, because we see the Grand Master guy with the gold mask actually be revealed, which is really interesting. And also we have, Scarlet basically spit into this guy's face, and he calls her a slave girl, and then all of the characters get beheaded, which is definitely pretty crazy. And I think that when you see Diego's head dangling, I don't think anyone was really expecting all the characters to get killed right there. But since it was vapors and they were sent back in time, it doesn't actually mean that the characters themselves are dead. They were just taking the place of other people in that time period, which was really cool. And it was kind of interesting because no one really expected them to die, and it led people to believe for a short time that there wasn't an alternate ending to the Easter egg. So the cutscene or Easter egg ending for 9 comes in at the number 6 spot. Coming in at the number 5 spot is going to be the classified Easter egg ending cutscene. Now this one is definitely controversial because no one has actually reached round 150 legitimate yet, but at the same time this cutscene is definitely really cool. It shows the Ultimus characters for the first time in a cutscene, which was really awesome, and also them talking to Primus as well. We see Nikolai in charge, and basically Nikolai is telling them that they need to go with them through the portal because they have to fight in a war, and Dempsey kind of questions what war, and Nikolai says, a war unlike any other, a great war, which is the great war that we have known about since basically way back in Black Ops 3, which hopefully we're going to be getting as one of the maps in Black Ops 4. So it's definitely a really cool cutscene because we have Ultimus and Primus together, and it was kind of the first time we saw the Primus crew talk to Ultimus, as well as Ultimus kind of basically, you know, talk amongst themselves as well in their whole old style. We had Nikolai drinking vodka and just everything like that, Richtofen acting a little crazy and weird, and it was honestly a pretty cool cutscene nonetheless, even though it was found from circumstances that are out of our control. So definitely a great cutscene, and it comes in at the number 5 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot is going to be the Blood of the Dead intro cutscene. Now this one was really cool because the characters go through the Escape from the Tomb poster, which I thought was freaking nuts, and we also see Brutus break the portal, and we see Richtofen get to the lab, and there's another Richtofen there with the blood vials and says you're late, and gives him the Chronorium. Richtofen says, but I've already read it, and then he says read it again, and then obviously the famous cutscene that everyone knows where Richtofen throws the Chronorium and says you son of a bitch, and it's just a really awesome overall cutscene in my opinion. Then all the zombies and everything attacking them, we have some sick cutscene like action going on with all the characters just absolutely obliterating zombies. We see the zombies blow the door off by the docks, and the characters are basically stranded on one of the docks out by the docks area. So it's definitely an awesome intro cutscene, and honestly, in my opinion, it's probably the favorite intro cutscene out of any of them in Call of Duty Zombies. This one is just so cool, and I really enjoy it. But anyways, nonetheless, it comes in at the number 4 spot. Coming in at the number 3 spot is going to be the 9 intro cutscene. This thing is so sick. We see the characters get sent back in time via the vapors, and guys, this cutscene pumps me up so much when I'm about to play 9. I literally rewatch it pretty much every single time I play. As you probably know by now, 9 is considered the best map by the community, I would say, for Black Ops 4 so far. So everyone really enjoys this map, and to be honest, this cutscene is just so epic in general, and I honestly think it is fantastic. So the 9 intro cutscene, really, I don't need to explain anything. It's the first time we see the Blightfather. We have the Grandmaster with the mask kind of activate the artifact, and the characters get sent back, and you see this by Diego's eye color changing and everything like that. So it's just such a cool cutscene, and them using gladiator weapons to kill zombies is just so sick. So it comes in at the number 3 spot. Coming in as the number 2 spot, forget about Blood of the Dead having my favorite intro of all time. It has to be the classified intro. Big man music with a bunch of colors, using the old storyline elements and kind of going through that. We see Yuri send Gersh through a Gersh device. I mean, this thing is so damn cool, and it has so many different elements. We have Samantha controlling zombies from the MPD, and that is really interesting. And we have the characters going from Shang flying all the way over to the Pentagon, and it's just an amazing intro cutscene. And the thing that really makes this cutscene special for me was the first time that I actually watched it, I was at Treyarch, which was so dang cool, and it is always going to be one of those things that I remember so much about this game. Whether or not this game is good with all the, you know, ups and downs that we've had at launch, this cutscene to me is one of the reasons why I love Call of Duty Zombies so much, and more specifically Treyarch Zombies. And I think that this cutscene kind of symbolizes all the stuff we've gone through when it comes to Call of Duty Zombies, and how amazing it truly can be when a studio is passionate about something, and so are we as fans. I know so many people reacted to this and absolutely loved it and were blown away by it, and I was the exact same way. So the classified intro cutscene has to come really high on this list, so it comes in at the number 2 spot. And coming in at the number 1 spot, probably no surprise to anyone in this video, has to be the Blood of the Dead outro cutscene for completing the Easter egg. This thing is so emotional because we see the premise Richtofen die, and it's one of the most crazy cutscenes we've ever had in Call of Duty Zombies. I literally was tearing up when I watched it for the first time, and I think the community kind of felt sad for Richtofen altogether. Now, we did see the original premise Richtofen come back in the robe from the Great War, which was really interesting to see, and we also saw Nikolai kind of take the reins per se, because he looked in the Chronorium and saw what was going on. So it's definitely a really emotional cutscene, and I think it's one that the Zombies community is always going to remember. And it's just so crazy because we get to see kind of the end, or the entire pocket dimension of Mob of the Dead or Alcatraz kind of be closed, and we don't really know because a lot of things are open-ended. Did Richtofen actually die, or was just his blood removed and he didn't actually die yet? Or what happened to the Victus crew? I mean, there's so many unanswered questions still, and that's what was great about this cutscene. I think it would have fit a lot better if it was like the last cutscene that we saw at the end of Black Ops 3 in leading into Black Ops 4, but it's still a really interesting cutscene, and I'm kind of excited to see where the storyline is going to go. So anyways, guys, that is going to be ranking all of the Black Ops 4 cutscenes. If you guys disagreed at all, that's totally fine. Let me know why down below in the comment section. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in the next video. Now I'm going to thank all of the Twitch subscribers over on my Twitch channel, which you guys should definitely follow if you haven't. So a huge thank you to my subscribers over on Twitch: Soccer Balls, NJ Pulik HD, Calhoun 92, Cairo version 2, Blue Philly 14, Dan from McDonald's, Selk Raps, Barbershop 42, and Echo. Thank you guys so much for the support over on Twitch. It really does mean a ton. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.